Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. In this Warcraft Rumble dungeon guide, I'm going to take a look at Blackfathom Deeps on a Blackrock week, and more specifically, I'm going to take a look at General Drakkisath. I'm going to take a look at this army that I used to clear all golden with General Drakkisath. I'm also going to talk about General Drakkisath without any talents involved, and also General Drakkisath with various relics. So let's take a look at everything about General Drakkisath in Blackfathom Deeps. First, a quick recap of the dungeon mechanics. The first boss, Mrglgrgl, will have plenty of Murlocs. Murlocs are coming from here, and then they're going to go to this cliff, and one of those Murlocs is going to shoot at your base. So you need a way to handle these Murlocs. Those are free, they spawn on a timer. Then there's going to be Murlocs here, there's going to be Murlocs here. It's generally really difficult to break through to Mrglgrgl. You can take this tower, you can also take this tower. There are a couple of optional strategies for this, and depending on your relics, especially if you have the double damage relics, then you can just unbound spam and beat Mrglgrgl. Generally, even if you take the towers and you're in a good defensive position, breaking through this very narrow pathway here is difficult, so unbounds, wellpegs, safe pilots, even some other unbounds can do a lot of damage to Mrglgrgl that you might otherwise not be able to. Or if you have a lifesteal relic, then you can probably just push through with something like a fire elemental, for example. The second boss, Baron Aquanis, is known for many gargoyles that are going to come at your base. And typically I want to take this tower first here, and then depending on the difficulty level and my relics, I can either just push directly from here towards the boss, or I can also take this tower. I never take this tower, I don't like that tower at all, it's completely unnecessary. But you might need to take both of these towers if you're in a pretty high level dungeon, in which case a single gargoyle pushing through can just immediately end your base. So taking towers can be an important defensive move here. Other than that, just have something against gargoyles, whether it's pyromancers, whether it's poison harpies, and then push at the boss. This boss also doesn't have too much health, so some kind of unbound action works here as well, but you always need to defend at the start here. The third boss, Aquanis, is a Hydra that has 3 heads, one over here, one over there, another one over here, and once you have defeated all the heads once, then these waterfalls will go away. Currently, if you put a mini walking over here, then it will just die to the waterfall, but the waterfall is going to go down once all 3 heads are down, and all 3 heads will respawn, and then you will fight them again. So in this map, there's going to be a lot of swarming, there's going to be raptors, murlocs, all sorts of swarm minis coming towards your base. So it's crucially important to take down this head and capture this tower right at the start of the game. Once you have this tower, this head, you have secured access to gold. There's not a lot of gold in this map, only this vein here and that vein over there, which is really difficult to access to. So you need to secure this area. And once you have that, then you can start pushing at the other heads, and then you can start pushing at the final bosses and just win the game. So let's talk about armies for Blackfathom Deeps. There's basically 3 types of armies that you want to build for this dungeon. First, you have like your basic army that you can use with average relics. Then you have an army if you get the lifesteal relic, in which case it's either built around Drakkisath or it's built around fire elemental. If you have shaman with the earth shield talent, then with that, and then you build an army around that, and just the idea that the lifestealing tank is going to just kill everything, and then you're going to just protect it from the banshee on the second map. And that's pretty much it, and defend against gargoyles on the second map as well. But that's the story. And then there's the third alternative, which is if you get a double damage relic, either glazed cannons or the arcane crystal, in which case you can build heavily around unbound and just blast through everything. And this is my non-talent basic army right now. So without talents, you're in a little bit of a pickle, because people often like, for example, in the first map, they want to use safe pilot and flame burst wellpegs so that they will bombard the boss with those. But without flame burst talent, wellpegs just don't do that much in that map, so I really can't use those. So I actually use skeleton party. I like skeleton party a lot. Actually, I sometimes even prefer skeleton party over the eggs. So I have a tank here. I have Prowler. Prowler is pretty sweet against stuff like ogre mages, for example. Really good at killing ogre mages. I have some unbounds. I have a pretty heavy unbound contingent here because I have quillboars, I have Skeleton body, I have safe pilot. Safe pilot even without a talent, but especially in Blackfathom Deeps, because it's important to kill those Murlocs that come into the cliff and shoot at your base, so safe pilot does an excellent job with that. Skeleton body can also kill them. And then I have an Earth Elemental as well for tanking. Didn't really have a more suitable Blackrock mini here with generic relics without talents, because those Flame Burst decks are not really usable. And then I have Pyromancer, which is the best counter against gargoyles on the second map. Skeleton body actually also does a really good job against those gargoyles, so this would be a generic army that you can use in this dungeon. This is my double damage army, so now I'm going even heavily unbound. Just the only non-unbound mini here is the Pyromancer, which I still need in the second map to defend against gargoyles. But other than that, we're going safe pilot, Quillbore, Earth Elemental, Flame Burst Wellbex, Skeleton body, and we're just blasting the bosses down with unbound minis, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And then the third alternative would be to build around something like a Fire Elemental, for example. So then we could have Fire Elemental instead of the Earth Elemental here. I could potentially have a Shaman instead of a Skeleton party. That sort of team would also work if I had the Life Leech relic. So then I could just go in with some Life Leech, and Fire Elemental would just kill everything, and Shaman would help protect it, and I would still have the Pyromancer for the gargoyles and some power against the Murlocs, also safe pilot and things. So couple of alternatives, really depends on the relics that you're able to get, but the generic idea being pretty much the same, and also the bosses being quite weak to unbound in this dungeon means that unbound feature more heavily in this dungeon than in many others. And this is what it all looks like in action. So when you get a double damage relic in this dungeon, then this is what the gameplay is going to look like. Mrglgrgl does not have a lot of health. You just want to kill it with unbounds, and now that there's double damage, you can even kill this with unbounds up to like the first level of red, even without any relics. But then when you have some relics, and then, well, this kind of stuff happens. Actually managed to stun my minis for a while there, so it bought itself a little bit of time, but yeah, that's the first boss. For Baron Aquanis, a similar shortcut does not exist, because if you just try to unbound spam this boss, then that gargoyle that's coming right there at the start almost every time, it's just going to kill your base. If the gargoyle is a couple of levels higher than the base, yeah, that gargoyle is going to rip through that base so fast. But thanks to a double damage relic, we're just pushing through quite well here, getting the first tower. Now I'm contemplating whether I need to take the second tower or not, because sometimes it's possible to just push through without taking that second tower, but the higher you go, the more dangerous it becomes, because then a single gargoyle from the second tower, and then yeah, the game can just end. But I'm feeling adventurous, and I'm being like, alright, let's try this. Because I noticed that the AI deployed a lot of minis coming from the top, which meant that I would have more time. It was unlikely that the gargoyle would immediately spawn from the left tower, so I figured, okay, that means that I probably have enough time to just push here, and I did. Double damage, couple of levels above, boom. Even with double damage, there's a lot to kill in Akumai, because you need to kill the 3 Hydra heads here, and then you need to kill the 3 Hydra heads again. I really like to drop a safe pilot at the start near this boss. Sometimes I can catch the raptors with it, sometimes I just kill the Murlocs with it and I defend against the raptors locally, but either way, yeah, first head is going down, and then we're going to start pushing towards the tower. Here we go, assault the tower. Yes, some eggs that are bursting, doing exactly what I want them to do, and boom, and yeah, that's the tower. Alright. Now we have the first head down, and we have the tower, which is the minimum position. But look at how fast that kind of swarm, that just ate half of the health of my base. Just letting a swarm in for a little while. Yeah, it can be pretty ruthless once you get into these reds. So, let's see. Either way, now I need to defend the left tower, and I need to start killing the remaining heads. So this head seems to be going down quite well. Just look at that skeleton body. It's really putting in work. Alright, that head is down. One head to go. And this final head here, that final head deals elemental damage. Quillbore would be the ideal tank against that. Let's see if I'm able to set anything up. I remember to turn the arrow so that my minis don't unnecessarily just go and die in the waterfall. And the base is able to handle that Quillboar, so now I just need a Quillboar tank. Just need to try to find the right timing for it. But yeah, it actually didn't survive that long. But anyway, double damage, here we go. And now we have an army of skeleton mages together with pyromancers coming. We have more unbound tanks because I also have the Earth Elemental in this team. And yeah, it's good that the Earth Elemental breaks into smaller Earth Elementals. That really helps tanking that one. Another head down, and let's go attacking the remaining heads as hard as I can here. Some minis actually pop up and spawn. A lot of minis are coming, huge swarm, and that's able to defend for a little while. So that was a little bit mispositioned, that skeleton party. I lost it completely unnecessarily. It could have already been there to end this all, but it's fine. Now I need to think a little bit. Okay, there's a big swarm coming, so I probably need to defend a little, because even though I did a lot of damage with the double damage relic, the opponent is still a couple of levels higher, and that means that they are going to eat my bases and towers away very, very rapidly if I let them. But now we get another attack in, and we get the skeleton party a little bit further away so that they are not within the poison spit, and then the mages can get to work. And boom. That was double damage, more than 2 levels above red difficulty. Boom. I actually lost that. Oh. I had thought I would be able to win that. I thought I would have been able to win the engagement. Well, I wasn't. And then everything dies. Quillboar is doing enough tanking here, so we can actually get a hit on the Ogre Mage. Alright, alright. Actually able to take a tower. That's something. That's progress. Assault that tower like this. Oh no, but they had a prowler. It's fine. And they have stuff coming on the other side too. No, 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 no. Okay, okay. Work with this. No, not that one. Well, this one's actually going to come all the way from there. It's going to be better. Drop this over there. This one over here. I should have positioned those in the other order, of course, but trying to get this done now. Really have to get rid of that Mrglgrgl. Sadly, I really have to. No, they get the chest. That's not good. Come on, 1 gold, 1 gold. Alright, go mine. Go defend. Get it to overtime. That's not great. I have to defend because my base is so close to being destroyed. Seconds. No multiple sets of spiderlings. Also hard to defend against. Time. No time. Go on with unbounds, as many unbounds as I can. Unbounds can still save the day, right? Probably needed to go unbounce a little bit earlier. No, not the Drake. I need a pyro. Need a pyro real quick here. Alright. Pyro putting some work in. Tower number 1 conquered. That's a start. Need to kill those, and I need to start shooting at that gargoyle pretty rapidly. Oh, gargoyle does so much damage to the base. So much. So many flyers. So many flyers coming. Ah. I really wanted to catch that. Really wanted to catch the Banshee. But I guess catching the Banshee like that is still fine. It's still enough, isn't it? Okay. Keep the bloodlust going. Keep bloodlust going while we still can. Okay. Still have bloodlust going. They can't get gargoyles right at my base. Okay. Pyromancer will help me keep the bases up. Oh dear. That's going to be a lot of vultures. Okay, we'll have to use a pyromancer here to block that gargoyle. Then we're going to need some some troops here. Take down the Baron. I genuinely thought that would have been enough. Okay. And then when you don't have talents, you just don't have that damage. And sadly now this all went wrong and we lost. Well, not necessarily yet. There's still a chance. It's not completely over. But typically you want to take the tower with the first attack. If you fail to do so, then you are in trouble. I was able to stop them from mining though. That means that I still have a chance. But if I already lost on time earlier, then what are the odds now? And I have less time. Oh, we managed to get that head down. It ain't over till it's over, you know. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Try to be very, very fast about it. Alright. Managed to get that thing done. Hurry! Hurry! Contest the chest. No! Too slow, didn't get to contest the chest. Oh dear, can I lose the tower? I mean, I can't afford to. Also can't let them mine. Right, alright. My base is quite healthy. Which is good. I can't get through. Can't get through. No, time is running out. I know. Seconds. We did it. Thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and a special thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, YouTube members and Twitch subscribers who make all of these videos possible.